Hi there, welcome to Something Saturday. So today I thought I would show you something using this perfectly plaid suite. Not suite, it was once upon a time a bundle, now it's not a bundle. You buy the stamp set and there is also a punch that goes with it and cuts these cute little trees out. I'm not actually using the punch in today's video, but it's there just so that you know it. And let's pop that away over there. So this is the card that I wanted to show you, and more specifically this, because it's kind of cool. It just gives you that effect like, can't think what they're called when they stamp on the back of the envelope, you know, the seal. I think that's what it's called. It's just called a seal, where they stamp through, and I thought I would show you how you can produce that effect using embossing powders. So you will need Versamark. You will need some embossing powder. So we have Basics embossing powder, which is silver, gold and bronze or copper. Copper, sorry. So gold, bronze and copper. So you actually get them all as a set together like that when you buy these ones, which is kind of cool. And then, yes, the Versamark is a must as well. So what you will need is you'll need a stamp. So I thought it would look kind of cool saying North Pole Delivery, which is why I picked this particular stamp to do this with. And you will also need one of these, which is a heat gun. So heat tool, I think it's actually called in the catalogue. Our one has two settings, so excuse the noise for a second, but you have a heat setting and then you have the setting that actually does the heat embossing. So the heat setting is really just a drying setting. Right, so you will need to grab your piece of paper, and you'll want a scrap bit of paper underneath it, and you're literally just going to draw on and tap it in so that you've got a heap of Versamark on this piece of paper. Then don't use the same bit of paper. Don't do what I did earlier. Grab a different bit of paper, one that hasn't had any stamping or anything like that done on it. I thought I might try gold this time. And I've just given myself a little bit of space free on the end there, just so that I've actually got something to hold on to be perfectly honest. So let's see. There we go. All right, so we've got some on there. I'm just going to tip back the rest into the packet there and put that off to one side. Then I'm going to bring in my little mat, which is my silicone craft mat, and I'm just going to pop that down onto there. And then I want the second setting on my heat gun. So let's... You hold it maybe a couple of centimetres away from your cardstock, and then you'll just see that that it just starts to turn. So hopefully you can actually see this in the video, that the slightly matte colour is just turning to this beautiful gold. Okay, so that's one layer of it. All right, then we're going to repeat the process. So we're going to bring this one back in, which is our dirty piece of paper, as it were. And we're just going to re-ink again with the Versamark. Oi. Heap of Versamark onto there. Take it off that one. Bring over this one. Let's get rid of the lid. We don't need the lid. And There we go. Put that over onto there for the time being. Let's empty this out. Bring this one back over, and round 2. So you should end up with a much thicker layer of the embossing powder now. And you'll see it embosses a lot quicker on the second run round. So that's the second one. And repeat the process. So back to, hopefully that's, yep, that's all good. So just grab a heap of Versamark onto there. Then get rid of that one, bring this one in. Pop that over onto there. Move that into there, so getting a bit of a process going here. And there. Okay, so this time, when you go to do it, you need to have your stamp ready and waiting. Okay, so you'll see that again, it's thickened up. It should end up relatively smooth as well. And this is the point where, so push your stamp into it. And then pull your stamp off, and it even, obviously it had, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get that part. Oh, look at that, it does, it actually does. That's better. Okay, slightly off kilter, but that's okay. I'll just put it onto my card on an angle instead. But obviously you can remelt it. Well, there you go. I haven't tried that before. Oh, no, I won't use those scissors. I'll actually just, I wonder whether I should trim it up. No, I'm just going to keep it on the angle. Okay. Let's take that bit off there. And there it is. Cool. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. All right, so let's finish off the card anyway. Where did I put the card? Sorry, it's shiny, so you know I'm a bit of a goldfish when it comes to shiny things, so pardon the fact that I kind of look at it and go, ooh, shiny. So I'm just going to pop that away. So obviously that works nicely with copper. It works well with gold, and I'm pretty sure that we would have the same result with the silver as well. Just if you are doing it, don't expect it to end up absolutely perfect, because obviously that doesn't work. So I reckon I might need to put mine on a bit of an angle this time. So therefore I'm probably not going to do exactly what I did last time. Having said that, I was actually going to change things up a bit anyway. My initial idea with this was I was going to have ho, ho, ho going across the top in a nice straight line. And so I hoed in the middle, and then I hoed over here, and then I went to hoe over here, and it just ended up in a skew-ift line. And I went, oh, that's not going to work. So hence the fact the ho, ho, ho's ended up everywhere. And then I quite liked it, to be perfectly honest. So I'm just going to add a line of this special stuff in here. My mum, bless her, she sent me this, and it was a while ago, and I thought, the heck am I going to do with that? But it turns out it's like double-sided sticky strip, and you just tear it along and to however far you want it, and wow, it's incredibly useful. So I will show you probably not how I did this one, because obviously that one ended up the wrong way round, but you can get the general gist of it if I do that. And yep, happy with that. Clean this off before it ends up really, really red and doesn't want to come off at all. Because let's face it, red on photopolymer really does stain very nicely. Then I have just grabbed my, where's my red one? There's my red one. So I have a brush for pretty much each colour. Rather than having one for every single colour of the palette, I have one that's just called reds, one that's called purples, one that's called blues, browns, yellows, greens. You get the drift. So I'm just going to move that down there, and you want to start off the page when you do this, because you're going to end up with marks like that, which you probably don't want actually on your page. There it is. So we can take the ho-ho-hos off there, and I did think I would actually add ho-ho-hos onto the bottom as well. I don't think there's anything else in the set that really thrills me that much that I should add heaps of those instead. That's kind of cute actually. I'm just noticing this little, I wonder if I could add some of those down the bottom. Let's give it a go, shall we? You know, I'm always up for experimentation. Which is probably not what I should do in the middle of a video, but hey, it, you know, changes things up, makes things slightly more exciting than just watching a video that is going to show you exactly how I made the old card. And it keeps me entertained at least. All right, what colour do we think we should do this in? I reckon soft suede is a good colour for some little pine cones. Let me just test out my pine cone, because I've actually never used this little pine cone. Oh, that didn't come out terribly well, but yeah, okay. We're going to pop some pine cones on the bottom here. What on the earth? Oh, okay. Was a bit interesting. Alrighty, so we're just gonna pop a couple more onto there, and obviously the dog's gonna go off about something. Marvelous. Probably Tom coming home on his motorbike, I would hazard a guess. Alright, so we don't want the soft suede there. I think that we're going to go with a spot of crumb cake just to colour in. So I'm using my browns brush, and I'm going to try and talk over the motorbike because I can hear that starting to come in. I think it's one of those days today. I was trying to do a video earlier and Sam insisted on scooting, so I got part of the way through the video, and I'd mentioned to Sam that I was planning on doing a video, and he obviously didn't realise that his scooter was going to be really obvious in the middle of my video. And there's the motorbike home. Oh look, that looks really cool. I like that. How many of you are going, oh my goodness, Heather, what are you doing? So, actually not very happy with that bit there. I wonder if there's a way to, not really. Okay, So we're going to add a couple of trees into this. I thought that we might go with, let's just see. I'm just going to test the tree out first. Yep. Isn't it cool how it does that? I just think that's amazing how you can end up with a stamp that has such a design in the background of the stamp itself. I just think that's amazing. And I'm going to add a couple of green trees as well. So let me just get rid of the ink that's in the back of that. Oh, come on, Rhett, stop barking. I see he's going to insist on barking until Tom goes into the house now. So let's just add a tree there. And I think I'm still going to put my trees in the background there. So that's how I did it the first time round, and then obviously that. But that is actually going to look really odd if I put it straight, because it's because the stamping is not straight on it. So let me just get rid of that. Pop that away. All right, let's move that all there. And I reckon that's just going to have to go on the angle like that, because as I say, it's just going to look really odd if I don't pop it onto an angle like that. I'm going to use a bit of tear and tape adhesive. No, I'm not. Forget that. I'm going back to my my trusty Tombow, because I actually need it to stick down well, because I can tell it's going to curve a bit if I don't. So let's pop that to there, that to there. Oh, look at that. It actually covers over that little oopsie bit. Fabulous. Wasn't planning on putting it quite that high, but that's okay. Still North Pole delivery. So there you go. So that is that, and that is that. Now, at the moment, just so that in case you didn't realise, until the end of September, Celebration is still happening. So just a plug for purchase $90 and you get a free Celebration item. If you fancy getting a lot more stuff, why don't you think about joining my team? Because if you purchase, so if you join the team, you get to pick $235 of goodies, and you only pay $169, which I think is a bargain. So why wouldn't you? Ask me if you have any questions about it. And you get an ongoing discount after that. So then you get 20% off everything that you purchase, which, oh my goodness, it's so good. That's why I signed up initially, was the ongoing discount. And look where I am now, 13 years later. So anyway, if you've got any questions, then do ask me, and say hi in the comments, and do feel free to share it. So share the love. And I will see you next Saturday. Come and join me then. Bye.